Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to teach you a great and very accurate strategy for 2023, hoping you a great year full of profits. This strategy is made of 3 indicators. Let's add the first one to our charts. So in order to do that, we open the indicators tab and type trend type in the search bar. Trend type indicator is the one that we are looking for. Next, we got to open the indicators setting to optimize it for our use. I open the Style tab, and in the Style section, we have to make the Color 0 option a little more vivid. I choose a darker green and I increase the opacity to 100% and make the line bolder. I increase the Color 1 option's opacity to 100% and make the line thicker as well. Then also for the Color 2 option, I choose a darker red and increase the opacity to 100% and make it bolder. I leave the uptrend area's opacity on 10%. And decrease the opacity of sideways area to 0%. And leave the downtrend area's opacity on 10% as well. Alright, pay attention to here. At this position, the gray line has entered the upper area, which means that an upwards momentum is starting to build up from here. And the gray line changing its color to green means that this upwards market momentum is continuous and we could have made long trades in this upwards trend. But here, the gray line has entered the lower area of the oscillator, which tells us that the market's descending trend is beginning from here. And this line's color changing to red gives us this promise that descending trend is gonna be lasting and we can enter short trades in this momentum. Now, let's get back to the Indicators tab and apply our second indicator to the chart. In the search bar, we type Intraday, buy, sell, and add this indicator to our charts. But if we want to use this indicator, we have to optimize it. So we open its settings and in the Inputs tab, we change lower value of RSI option from 20 to 24. Then we change the SMA length option from 70 to 100. Next, we move on to the Style section and in here, we need to change all SMA color options which are different color to a single color. Now let me tell you the trade entry conditions. For short trades, we need a sell signal from intraday buy sell indicator. And trigger candlestick's closing needs to be below the moving average line. For further confirmation, I need to draw a vertical line and look at the trend type indicator. If this indicator's line is in the lower area in red, the sell signal is confirmed. So because we got every single condition for this signal, we can enter the trade at the closing of trigger candlestick, which is this line that I'm drawing here. I create a short selling position at trigger candlestick's closing. And it is the opposite for buy trades. If we got a buy signal from intraday buy sell and closing of the trigger candlestick is above the moving average line, this signal is confirmed. But to make sure of the validation, we need to draw a vertical line and check trend type indicator. The line of trend type must be in the upper area and its color needs to be green. Which is true here, so this signal is valid and I'm allowed to enter a trade at the trigger candlestick's closing, which is the line I'm drawing. Here are some examples in the Ethereum chart with the 15-minute time frame. In order to trade according to the trend of the market, it's better to add another indicator to this strategy and our setup. So I open the Indicators tab and search for black flag and add swing arm ATR trend indicator to my chart. You see that adding this indicator turns the chart into a mess. But no worries, we just need to open its settings. And in the Inputs tab, change the trail type option to unmodified and set the ATR period to 200. Next, we change the ATR factor to 6. And then in the Style section, we disable all the options except the last plot's background option. This indicator showcases the trend of market clearly. Whenever the price is above this indicator and the indicator's color is green, that means we are currently at an ascending market and we are allowed to enter long trades. And there's the opposite. If the price is below this indicator and the color of indicator is red, that shows we are in a descending trend and we can only enter short trades. Now with these setups completion, I'm gonna explain entry and stop loss and take profit points in this strategy. As I mentioned before, we need a buy signal, and the closing of trigger candlestick on which the buy signal has been given needs to be above the moving average line. And also, in order to trade according to the true momentum of the market, this trigger candlestick needs to be above the green-black flag. At last, for further confirmation, if we draw a vertical line and our trigger candlestick trend type indicator's line needs to be green in the upper area. If all these three conditions are met, we can enter the trade at the trigger candlestick's closing. The closing is right here. I can enter the buy trade at this price, which I do. I can set my stop loss below the last swing low. Let me mark it for you with this line. This is the last swing low which I can set my stop loss to, exactly under it. For exiting the trade, I got a signal which is given by intraday buy sell indicator. And I'll use this signal to exit the trade. See this? Here is my exit signal. I draw a horizontal line on this candlestick and I exit the trade at this price. Also, for the sell trades, we gotta do the opposite. We need a sell signal which is trigger candlestick must close below the moving average 100 line and also under the red-black flag. And if I draw a vertical line, trend type's line needs to be in the lower area and also red. All these conditions are met, so at this price, which is the trigger candlestick's closing, I can enter a short trade. Also, for the stop loss, I can use the latest swing high and set my stop loss above it. And for exiting the trade and take profit, I can use this exit signal. This signal that you can see here. I draw a horizontal line on this candlestick's closing price. I can stay in the trade till seeing this signal. Let's test this strategy in the Ethereum chart history with the 4-hour time frame and see how much profit we can gain in a few trades using this method. In only 3 trades, we could gain 448% profit, which is really amazing for any trading setup. If you want to know about another strategy even better than this one, I strongly suggest watching the next video. Take care and goodbye.